So I've been watching a few videos in coming out of Delhi. This time around, Kangna Raut or all these people are talking about. They're not talking about substance. Nobody in the parliament is talking about substance, about what is happening, what is the problem, and why people are doing and revolting about it. And they're sort of putting a ceiling on the revolt where they don't want people to really know the truth. So now the cover is sort of laid out on the 10 Mahavidyas and put it on the top where people don't reach it, which is what they were trying to do with the kids. They want putting an electric fence so that kids don't go up on 10 Mahavidya because they don't understand the sort of, what is it called? They don't understand the maturity what it takes, right? So let me go back and see. These are Ram Bhakt, not Modi Bhakt. So what is a Ram Bhakt? Ram Bhakt says Rama should only have one wife. Ram, like Subramaniam Swami, he says Rama had one wife. If you are a Hindu, you should have one wife only. And he says most of the people of Indian society say, you should be a virgin before you get married. And then when you get married, it should be arranged. The father and the family of the both sides should agree to it. And then you should actually meet together and then spend a very beautiful life together. And then it should be happy, have babies. And you should be able to pay and afford for the babies. You should be able to afford the babies. You should be able to afford their livelihood, their schooling, their career. And then once they're set, then you make them doctors and you make them engineers so they can get so much money. They will go to America. They will get a secure job in a multinational company. And then they will make money. And then they will buy a house. And then you can go visit them in America, in China, in Europe. And then this country will be very prosperous. This is the dream sold by the Sushil Society and Sanskarik Society of 1948 till 2026. It is 75 years after that. And let me bring the reality back to you, Ms. Kangna Raut and Mr. Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You have made even the AI a slave of the American AI. These people who wanted dreams that they will get a job, they will secure a job after lakhs and millions of kids who want to get into a job, get into a college, pay so much money and then get a job that doesn't even pay them a labor cost because AI has taken all the high-end jobs which use your brain, and all the jobs remaining are which ones? The labor and agriculture jobs, which will pay you what? 50,000 a month. Then how will the dream be achieved of this country where the people will be aspirantly going and moving forward up the ladder to become rich? They cannot even afford air conditioning in their houses. And if these kids are so rich, who are actually coming out the top 1%, is able to see what they have done and what is wrong with the economy of India, then you have an answer to pay, or answer to give. You have a price to pay. Number 3, you say that, okay, these kids are not mature enough to talk about mothers or whatever. Like one old lady, a 70, 80-year-old lady is saying that Narendra Modi went for honeymoon to the Europe. And then of course, others also have made honeymoons in Epstein files. No worry about that. But she is only condemning Narendra Modi as the head of state. And you are defending him because the consequences of a head of state doing that and then leaving the country broke, leaving the country helpless, leaving the country in a bha. Who's going to pay for that? Number 4, these kids are, what kind of Ashli languages they're doing to Modi? They're showing their penises. They're showing what, you know why would they do that? Because they got hit. Women got hit on their head. They were hit and the pain they were given on their chest, on their vaginas, on their back, on their ass. Who's going to pay for that? And if these kids give a reply with a mouth and a face gesture, you think that is not enough? That is not even a quench of what the pain you have given these kids. Still they're finding strong and you want to go after them and put them in jail? If this is not a stifling of democracy, then what is? What is democracy then? Which college did you study in? You don't even understand the ABC of democracy. You don't understand what an enlightened human is. You go talk about Sadhguru, ask him why sadhus are in abhava. Ask him what he does. You find his answer and tell me which Devi you pray to. Is that the Devi that's talking through you? Then tell that Devi she needs to shut up And why is he making a new Devi, and who he has learned it from? That all Gyan has to be deleted till you guys learn what the lessons are.